The way they've designed the head in incorporation with this, there is virtually no dust in there. Throw some 60 grit on, 80 grit, whatever, and just hog wood away.
Hey, what's happening? Barnaby here. So you want to know more about the Fein MultiMaster Start? Well, I can tell you it's got a 2.3 amp motor, 6 speeds, and as far as oscillations per minute, because it is an oscillating tool, it ranges from 11,000 to 20,000. And what we like to do is put these tools into the hands of real people. Check them out on the job site for a bit, come back and tell the story. So Jason Reckner, tell people what it is that you do for a living.
At Innovative, we're remodeling specialists, one of the premier remodelers in West Michigan. We encompass everything. Everything can get into our scope of work, from new houses to decks, pole barns. We do specialize in the remodeling segment, so that's where we make our bread and butter. Yeah,
this seems to be a remodeler's tool, doesn't it?
That is a very, very much a remodeler's tool.
Okay, so what do you use it for?
This one, when it was brought to us, we happened to be sanding down saunas in a fitness club. Hadn't been sanded down since, I believe, 1980, early 80-ish at least. So.
Kind of gunky.
Yeah, it was a little disgusting at some points, but once you knock the haze off of it, that's where the tool comes in and does its job.
Okay, let's talk about when you first picked it up and turned it on. Tell me about that.
Fein is always known for great quality, but until someone actually gets it in their hands and turns it on, and it doesn't have the gyro effect when you turn it on. It stays very true. Having the multi-speeds, the 6 speeds on it, is very nice, because you can get in, you can crank her up to 6, throw some 60 grit on, 80 grit, whatever. The tool moves so smoothly that you can just hog through it, then take it off, put some 220 on, turn her down to 3, and just kind of float everything in, and it'd be great on furniture and things like that.
Alrighty, and so does it come with all these attachments?
No, these, as a starter kit, which they send, which we have here, is this section here.
Okay.
The tool, they give you an assortment of sanding pads, and changing the heads, very easy. They supply you with the wrench, but you can see it comes with a locator pin that once you peel the pad off, you can see down in the Allen, it has a 5mm Allen, but then the locating pin to kind of keep it from jumping around on you at all.
Yeah.
I love that Fein keeps it old school. They keep it, I've got a wrench and I've got a bolt, I can tighten it, I don't have to worry about it. Is the mechanism going to hold it or it pops off? Very simple, very straightforward. They're very function over design. Their tools are made to work, and that's what they do.
But what if you lose it?
If you do lose it, which is very common, it's a 5mm Allen.
Okay, so what about this? You bought these?
When we found out we were getting the multi-tool, we went and purchased these for the project that we were doing. This here, it gives a different profile. What it does, you can see this one's pointed,
right,
for doing beadboard.
Right.
So what we would do is we would sand all the flat spots, sand the walls, the ceiling with the triangle sanders, and then come with this and get in the grooves, and it works like butter. And they give you all different kinds. I mean, whatever you're going to sand, you're going to have with this accessory kit. And then we also purchased the vacuum attachment, which, when hooked up to a Fein vacuum, I was sanding in a sauna, so you figure 8x14. And never wore a breathing apparatus, no dust masks or anything.
What, are you crazy?
Yeah, it's, we always fight safety, which we encourage it, but if I can hook a vacuum up and not have to have a mask on all day, and we did it as a trial the first day just to see how bad it would be, and the way they've designed the head in incorporation with this, there was virtually no dust in there. I can never say no dust, but I worked for 6 days in there and never wore a mask and never had issues or anything like that. So it's a great design.
6 days in the sauna, you're looking trim.
Yeah. You should have seen me before.
Okay, so now it comes in this box, but is there a box inside the box?
No. I think what they've really done, knowing the quality and the price of a Fein tool, is they've gotten rid of, say, the $100 or $150 box and maybe some other attachments with it, and cut it down to bare bones to make it affordable for all of us common people that don't want to go out and spend $600 on a tool, although it may be worth it. Are you going to spend it? Well, what they've done is they've given you a little lesser quality box, fewer attachments, and brought it where I can afford it as a local contractor, even a homeowner that likes to dabble in furniture or something like that, can really afford it and then expand from there.
Okay, so if somebody came to you and asked for your recommendation, because I'm sure when people see a tool they're maybe not familiar with on the job site, they go, "What about that? Should I buy one of those or not?" What would you tell them?
Buy it.
Yeah?
By all means. If you're a contractor and you see yourself using any sort of multi-tool, say, 1 or 2 times every 5 jobs, make the investment. It may seem like a big investment, but you're going to get the money back out of it. The tool works better, the parts are accessible, and it makes its own money.
Okay.